What's good, guys? It's your boy Hussein. I'm back again with another video. So today we're gonna be talking about PJ Tucker leaving the Houston Rockets. PJ Tucker last night was he was ready, and he was like he was feeling like he wasn't injured and he was healthy. He could play, but he was frustrated because they haven't moved him to like a good team or a contender. I know I gave him a lot of shit, but I wanted him to stay, just for his his veteran presence and his defense. He is the only player that's left from the 2017 roster. I know he was close to winning a ring and stuff, and refs and stuff, and injuries, but that time the Houston Rockets will always have love in my heart. 2017, that team used to be dangerous. Uh, PJ Tucker is no longer with the Rockets. With the team, the Rockets were going to give him a extension. They were working on an extension, a 2-year extension for 17 million. Think about it. He doesn't. He didn't take a 17 million contract for 2 years because what is it called? He doesn't. He doesn't even average 4 points per game, right? And let's be for real here. His defense has has took a step back. But he's still a good defender. He hasn't been a good he hasn't been good at all this season. If PJ Tucker could hit like one corner three per game, and that's it. And if PJ Tucker hits two corner threes and he have 6 points, I think all the Rockets fans will be happy for him because he barely averages points. But I don't really care if he gets. I did want him to stay and stuff. I don't really care if he leaves. Because PJ Tucker is old, and we got younger players that can do what he does. KG Martin, he is taller than PJ, and he is younger. He is like 20 years old. 19. He is 19, and he shot a 3 last night. He could play defense. He's more athletic than PJ, and he is taller. But let's talk about Mason Jones. Mason Jones has signed a 10-day contract. I made a video of them waiving him, but a report came out they waived him so they could give him a better contract because they had too much two-way contract players. I didn't believe it, but I sat back and thought about it, and it sounds like true. But PJ Tucker is not gonna play tonight because he's just is over. He's not with the Rockets no more. He was the only player left since the 2017 Houston Rockets. They were gonna trade for Jimmy Butler, and the trade didn't go in because Jimmy Butler he went to the Heat. But one of them players was included. That was PJ Tucker. Imagine if we had Chris Paul, James Harden, and Jimmy Butler. We would have went to the finals, and they would have won a ring that year. But the trade didn't happen. The trade didn't go in because one of them players was PJ Tucker, and the Rockets didn't want to give him up. And if they gave him up, and we would have got Jimmy, it would have been James, Chris Paul, and Jimmy, and they would have beat the Rockets that season. They would have beat the Warriors that season. So, PJ, he's gonna find a new home. He might go to Philly or the Lakers. That's why I got a Lakers thumbnail. But it's time for him to move on. He's 36. I'm happy that he didn't take the extension, because if he took the extension, we would have been owing him way too much money, and 10 million was agreed. Like 10 million was he would have got 10 million no matter what, but it's a 24 million contract. 10 million was agreed, like he would have had 10 million, but the contract was 24 million. And I'm happy he didn't accept, because if he accepted, we would have owed him way more money, and I'd rather just trade him to a different team than keep him in the Rockets as a 36-year-old that barely makes 4 points per game. Sometimes he plays 4 games with 0 points, so he is something to look out for. He's not the PJ Tucker that we knew 2017. As we all know, when we played Golden State, he carried that team. He carried the Rockets one game, and we won the game. It was in Houston. But the Rockets are trading PJ Tucker, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy that PJ Tucker agreed he wants to go to a contender, and we want PJ Tucker out. And next up is Victor Oladipo. Guys, tell me what y'all think about Mason Jones joining the Rockets for a 10-day. They took him back for a 10-day contract. I hope he stays with the Rockets for the rest of the season, but I don't know, man. If he doesn't, and what is his name? Eric Gordon got injured last night, as we all know. Injury after injury after injuries coming up for the Rockets. But it's okay, guys. We got into the trade deadline, the 25th, and I think Eric Gordon will get traded, and Victor Oladipo. Christian Wood is coming back on Sunday, and is it Saturday? Do we play again Saturday or Sunday? It's one of them days. He's coming back. So, guys, comment down below and tell me what y'all think about what I just said. All this about PJ Tucker, Mason Jones, and Eric Gordon, and the Houston Rockets. And subscribe, guys. Share this video, and I'm gonna give away the PS Plus card if I get 320 subscribers. Peace.